Hi guys, I'm Hayden Crawford from the Dreamtime Academy, and I'm a wellness coach and spiritual teacher specialising in colour therapy and numerology. Here is your Starseed Oracle forecast for the first 2 weeks of December 2021. So first things first, we've now moved into a universal month 8, and that's because December's the 12th month, which reduces to a 3, and 2021, which reduces to a 5. You add the 3 and the 5 together and you get 8, which ushers in the energy of Saturn, which is this bottle in the colour mirror system. It's lilac over violet. Now, Saturn is old father time and recognises that your future needs to be built on a solid foundation. So it's about doing things properly in an organised fashion. It's about independence, and it's quite controlling energy, the 8. And actually, when we look at it closely, this is going to be underpinning what happens for us during the whole of the month of December, and especially because we are now in Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius is governed by Jupiter, and Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system, and it's all about expansion. Sagittarius is about travel, and they want expansion as well. So when we look at issues of control and then the issues of travel that come up and adventure and excitement that come through the Sagittarian, whereabouts may you feel a little bit controlled by how you can go off and explore, whether that's traveling overseas or whether it's doing some personal inner work. Now, as usual, I'm going to show you 3 separate cards from my Starseed Oracle deck. One that represents a message that comes through from your soul, a message that comes through from your ego, and also a message that is an action step for you to take during the first 2 weeks of December 2021. Now, because we've got all of this travel and this kind of energy of expansion around us, it ushers in the beautiful energies again of our Andromedan star family. Now, your Andromedan star family are there to connect with you at any time, and the Andromedan starseeds love to be free. They love to travel the planet. Andromeda's 2.5 million light years away from our planet, so it's a long, long way away. But scientists believe that in around about 5 billion years, the Andromedan galaxy and our galaxy are actually going to collide. So let's wait for that to happen, eh? Now, of course, December is always a happy month, isn't it? Because we've got Christmas coming up, and that's going to be super exciting. So I feel that the energies that are around that the Andromedans are trying to tell us about this month are really here to encourage you to step up, all right, and to really look at overcoming any issues or shadows that you may be still holding within your subconscious mind, okay? So the first card that comes up for you, before we do that, actually, I'm going to do a little meditation for you. I'd like you to just put your hand on your heart, and I'd like you to just imagine yourself surrounded by a beautiful flickering violet light. Now, this is your light that will enable you to be able to connect up to your Andromedan star family. So just imagine this beautiful violet light is flickering all around you, and take a nice deep breath in. And then I'd like you to ask for information that you can understand, integrate, and anchor into your awareness, and that you can fully be able to act upon during this month as well, okay? You got it? Great. So the first card then that comes up for you during this month is the Cosmic Heart. Now, this is a message from your ego. Now, this is all about you making sure that you remind yourself of all the reasons why you started doing this great work that you're doing on the planet from the beginning. Now, sometimes we lose track along the way, don't we? And we end up questioning why we, even got involved in our spiritual work or our soul-based work in the first place. And it can feel quite diluted or watered down over a period of time. But this one really is about devoting yourself and reigniting that passion and the potency behind the message that you're putting out into the world. So really, it's about a time for you to actually start sowing seeds rather than reaping the harvest. I mean, often we get times of sowing seeds, and then other times we get times for harvesting, but this is definitely more of a time for reminding yourself of why you wanted to do the work that you were doing in the first place. And actually, the Cosmic Heart brings in the energy of this bottle, which is actually my Andromedan soul colour bottle that I had made up in South Africa when I did my teacher training for the colour mirror system. Now, lilac brings in spirit, and rose pink is the colour of the heart. And of course, that's all the Andromedans are about. They are all about freedom, but also they want to reconnect you to your unconditional self-love and unconditional self-worth as well. So this beautiful bottle is the cosmic heart. It's love from above, ultimately. And it's about bringing your awareness back into your cosmic heart and reminding yourself again of why you're doing what you're doing, because that will reignite those fuels of passion and desire. So you will find it really, really fantastic to be able to do that. So this is really the message that's coming through from your conscious mind, okay? So from the from your ego, but also being channeled down through the Andromedan star families. Now, also the second card that I've got for you today is a message that comes through from your soul. And actually this one is forge, don't follow. Forge, don't follow. Now it's really important when you are a leader that you don't try and follow the sheep, because all good leaders actually pave a way for future generations. So this is really about you trusting your intuition, but also doing what needs to be done instead of waiting for somebody else to take the lead. This is very important actually, because it ushers in the energy of Hilarion, which is one of the ascended masters in the colour mirror system, which is this beautiful pearlescent lilac of green. Again, it's the colours of the spirit coming down into the heart, but in a slightly different way here. This is about gaining mastery over the third eye chakra so that you can follow your truth. Okay, so you've really got to trust what you're being guided to do here. It's about living your spirituality through the heart. So your soul wants you to do this. So step up to the plate. Make sure that you do the things that you're being guided to do instead of sitting on the fence or, again, following the sheep. It's not going to work for you. Remember, the 8 energy is very much about independence, organization, and being in control. And that way, if you do that, you'll find this expansion that the Sagittarian energy around you is going to want you to have. Okay, Sagittarius wants you to go off an adventure and to explore. Now, the action step that comes up for you, which is actually this card here, which is called Perspective in the colour mirror system. It's this card here, Perspective. Now, Perspective is... it's time for you to kind of get a new perspective on the way you're perceiving situations in your life right now. Instead of always, anticipating that you're right with the way you used to look at different circumstances and situations, maybe it's time to find a different viewpoint. So I want you to zoom out, just like in this card where, the planet Earth there is kind of in the distance and there's that sea of inky sky space all the way around it. This is really about, sort of finding common ground within the things that, that you once thought you wanted, but actually you might not actually want anymore. And this is really about you really changing your viewpoint on how you perceive what's going on in the world as well. Maybe you've been judging things, or maybe you've been looking at things through, the wrong lens. But, really we need to be able to look outside of ourselves to be able to find the right solutions. So make sure that you take that trip into outer space and you disassociate yourself from the planet temporarily so that you can look at why maybe we are having such issues with control around exploration of the planet at this moment in time, because there might be an underlying reason why it's important for us to do this at this moment on the Earth's timeline. Your Andromedan star family are an exceptionally kind and benevolent race, and they understand where we are at within the Earth's historical timeline, and they understand as well that sometimes there are moments where we just have to pause. We need to take stock of what's going on, and it's always for the purposeful good. So hopefully that's made sense for you today. I'll be back next time in a couple of weeks' time. So for your Christmas Starseed Oracle forecast, which I'm sure will also blow you away, because we still have the energy of Sagittarius up until the 21st of December. And of course, the 8 energy is going to be around us for the whole of the month of December as well. Now, just before I go, I just wanted to apologise as well for you not receiving your Starseed Oracle forecast for the second 2 weeks of November. And that's when we were in this 7 energy, which was created from the 16, which is the Tower. And the 7 is about technology. And because it's turquoise, and turquoise in colour therapy is about technology and trust. And the 16 is really about the Tower, you know, the breaking down or explosion of old structures. And of course, what happened for me was like my computer crashed and the video that I'd created for you was lost in the cosmos, so that's why you didn't get it. Okay, so hopefully you will forgive me this time around. I'm sure it won't happen again. Now remember to head down into the link section below and click it to be able to get your free video numerology report, which will unlock the secrets of your unique personality blueprint. And I'll see you next time. Have a great time in December. Bye for now.